Today on Attack of the Show, with 1 year down and competition on its way, is the 360 still going strong? The Loop checks its pulse. From political humor to toy consumer, you'll never know what's popping out of Olivia's rack. Tie-dye, patchouli, and peace signs. Check out these hot hippies. It's the MySpace Girl of the Week. All this and more on a live and committed Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on this. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
Punch to the gut!
Let me just tell everyone, this is Kevin.
You dig around the inside like a Cracker Jack box,
Okay,
and you
yeah.
pull out a prize, and you're like, sweetheart, do I get to keep the decoder ring? And then she's like, how'd that get in there?
Kevin is very excited today. I have no idea what happened to him last night or this morning. Something's weird. He's been like this. It'll be
Something
like this
happened
for
to me
a while.
last night and this morning.
Wow!
I was reading gaming websites and getting
No,
very
you
excited about
weren't.
the Wii and the PlayStation 3.
I-
Welcome to Attack of the Show. We got a show to do. Let's get into this. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Wednesday, November 15th, and my name is Kevin Elder Pereira.
I'm Olivia Munn. We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in LA, and all week we've been square in the middle of the console war.
Yes, T-minus 2 days until the PlayStation 3 launch.
T-minus 4 days until the Wii launch.
All right.
T-minus... Oh, we're done.
We got basic math skills down. We're
Yes!
so smart.
I actually did the math for you and put it in the prompter.
Thank you for that. Let's get right into it. We are sorting out the news as it comes in. This is really, it's the future of gaming, folks. Nay,
Yes.
the future of digital entertainment.
It is heated. It is hot. It is
Console Wars 06 Live!
Japan had the first launch of the PS3, but hardly any gamers actually bought the console.
Yeah, the immigrants and bums and the Yakuza, I think, were the
Yeah.
ones who pretty much picked up all the inventory just to resell it for even more yen. So basically, I mean, in my eyes, the whole thing was tremendously disappointing. I
But-
still don't have one.
I know all
What's
those
up, Japan?
people. Well, maybe the entire country of Japan will send you one
I hope
after,
so.
after that. But you guys, if that doesn't piss you off, this will send you into some Hulk smash rage. One Japanese guy claims to have obtained 100 PS3s. It's
Don't
like
even-
$6,000.
This better be some joke. I hope the guy works in like a packaging department for some place, or maybe just stole a bunch of display boxes from a store. But if it's true, you're a dude, man.
Yeah, but you know, we were talking about this earlier. Like, some places won't let us get only one Wii per person.
Right.
Wonder, do they have any kind of restrictions like that in Japan?
I think they
Just a
do, like
credit
the
card?
one
There
per
you go.
customer, but it's
Whatever.
like if somebody pays 100 people to line up, there you go.
You know-
But I threatened to kill him on national television, so I'm totally cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
But if you guys at home, you can't kill him and you can't wait until Friday, check out Chinatown in New York. The Japanese PS3s have already traveled over here and are for sale. Capitalism really sucks.
Can people really not wait 2 days? Like, really? I understand
Well,
Cartman wants to
can't
cryogenically
wait.
freeze himself, but they can't wait 2 days for the North American PS3?
Can they wait 2 days, or do they have to just like wait to stand in line?
Yeah, good point.
I mean, and then
Touche.
they wait and they stand in line, they don't get it.
Touche. All right.
Yeah.
If console shortages and eBay sellers weren't bad enough, now the retail stores are looking to rape your wallet as well.
Yep, last year's Xbox 360 launch was full of bundles and a lot of bad press, and this year it's getting worse. If you pre-ordered online from Walmart, you were obligated to buy 6 games for the Wii and 12 for the PS3. That one cost about $1,500.
You could buy half of Walmart's inventory for that. I mean, everything.
A lot of Kathy Lee shirts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did
Some
they-
Jacqueline Smith attire.
Oh no, Kmart's Martha Stewart, right?
Yeah,
They have the
Kmart is
Martha
Martha
Stewart
Stewart,
doilies
yeah.
that match your
Why
bath
do you know
towels, that
that?
match your. I have a soft.
Is everything in
sensitive
your
side.
kitchen green?
It's I buy
Softer,
the
sensitive
cheapest
side?
stuff.
That's Sears.
I have Elmo placemats.
You're just saying whatever. now.
What, come see the softer side of me?
Yeah, I think that's Sears.
All right. If you think that's outrageous, though, CompUSA is making you buy an HD TV no smaller than 40
Jeez.
inches just for the privilege to buy the PlayStation. They're not throwing it in, so you're out about $2,300 there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and also, say you guys want to go to Fry's, you're stuck with dishing out almost $1,100. Basically, if you want a console at launch, you're going to have to prostitute yourself to a sugar mama or a sugar papa, depending on your preference. Kevin, preference, go. Oh, I got that.
Big
got
Papa
that.
PayPal. I'm getting one
Papa
off
Pereira,
eBay.
PayPal.
I'm getting it off eBay. The most anticipated game for the Wii, however, it's got to be The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Here it is.
Yeah, there it is. This is the final retail copy, retail code. Look at that. Sorry, don't There we go. So there's the game. Let's tell you what all the hype is about. We're going to fire it up. We're going to put the game through its paces.
We are. I'm very excited about this.
All right,
now, you guys, do not worry. We'll keep this spoiler-free. Just show you some stuff that you might run across in the first couple of hours.
Yeah, this game takes forever. I mean, people are saying
It's
it could
like 50
be
hours.
could be 50 to 70 hours. So here we go. We're in the game here. I'm going to get a little closer to the Wii. Look at that, little Zelda. Look at him prance around like a little Twilight
It really
princess.
is quite beautiful.
So, of course, we're playing with the Wiimote here. So all I have to do, if I want to swing my sword, just slash the air.
Wait, I could hear a sound of a sword just then.
It's the speaker in this thing. It still catches me off guard because it's still new. As you swing, you hear it kind of slicing through the air. And if I switch to my bow and arrow, oh yeah, look at that. Oh no, that's
Wait, now bow and arrow. Now, can you actually like?
Can pull it back. You don't have to do this. I'm selling it for television. That's what I do.
But that's more fun. That's why.
For you.
But that's why people get the Wii, so they can actually act it out.
Well, totally. And you hear the arrow actually being drawn back on the Wiimote, which is nice. You actually hear it strain. And then let me see if I can make some dog food. No.
Are you about to hit your horse?
There we go.
You hit your horse.
Hey, come on. Sorry, PETA. All right, hold on.
The horse is supposed to get you to the princess.
I got to get back here. So yeah, you can come and ride the horse here.
Now, how hard is it to get up on the horse? You have to jump up.
Walking over to it, I'm controlling it with the nunchuck. That's how you actually move around. So I'm using the thumbstick here on the nunchuck attachment to move my horse, and then all these crazy cabbage things are attached.
Yeah. So like.
And I can slash while I'm on the horse. I can spin the nunchuck, and my guy will do like a rotating attack. I can try and target the flying. Oh no!
Can you throw an arrow at him?
I'm trying here.
Well,
I'm try and shoot
right now, how hard is it to catch an enemy, to grab a hold of them, and to throw?
Oh
stuff?
yeah!
Can you throw stuff at your enemies?
Yeah, you have slingshots, you have everything else. I can really spur my horse and jump over things, and it's all fairly intuitive. I've really spent about 5 minutes with this game, and
the really cool thing is that you can go fishing with it.
Yeah,
right.
In the game, you actually you cast the line, and then you have to reel it in with the nunchuck.
That is so much fun.
I mean, again, this is a launch title, so who knows where these titles are going to be a year, 2 years from now? How innovative they're going to get.
That's
I can't
right.
wait.
You know, the launches are getting closer. Everyone is camping out, and we will bring you the latest news tomorrow.
It's Console Wars 06 Live, and you can go to g4tv.com/AOTS for the links to everything you just saw. But right now, it's time to motion select Layla Kaylee with the news you need to know. It's the feed.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Bungie has made some big Halo announcements. Plus, the Zune isn't as social as it claims. And the internet might not be as full of porn as you think. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
Thanks, Layla. All right, we always like hearing from you at home, so it's time to check in with you and the army of monitor heads.
Here is Caleb from Massachusetts.
Is the Xbox 360 like the best next-gen system out on the market right now? Because there's like Gears of War and like a year's worth of games already?
It is. They have Gears, Oblivion, and Xbox Live, and
yeah, it's a huge head start.
Definitely.
Really, a year to cement themselves as a major player in this next round of console gaming. There's a new analyst just came out with his predictions today, saying that the Xbox 360 is actually going to win this generation, followed closely by the PlayStation 3, and then even closer by the Wii. So,
can I ask you what your thoughts are on that? Where would you think they line up?
You know, I really, it depends on the exclusive titles, and it seems like Sony keeps losing these really cool exclusives out to the Xbox 360. So it depends on the appeal of Final Fantasy and how really good Metal Gear Solid is really for this next year.
But it's really hard to say until those things come out.
I said at E3 it was a 3-horse race. I still stand by that. I think it's really, really close. And I never suspected 2 years ago that Nintendo would be in the position they're in right now. I've never been this excited for a Nintendo product.
We said this the other day. It's not even like you can't even compete with the other consoles. It's not even like the other. It's nothing like anything else.
This is the orange, and it happens to be motion sensitive and totally
This isn't
awesome.
orange. This is like a nice fillet or steak.
Okay.
See?
It was 5 years ago today that the original Xbox was released, and next week marks the 1-year anniversary of the release of the PlayStation or the Xbox 360. Yeah. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday.
As the current console war heats up today, we're going to take a look at the year that the 360 has had. Quite a year.
That's right, but we want to know what you guys at home think. Has the Xbox 360 lived up to expectations? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or go ahead and text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts. We're still doing the show. We can play the break.
/AOTS. Coming up later, we're showing you Animator versus Animation 2. It's a short film by Alan Becker, and it's the sequel to his original that, I mean, it really blew up online. It's Flash animation gone wild, you know? Like, woo! I'm totally vector-based and wasted.
Is that what you were doing last night? Tell me. You got to tell me something.
What?
Give me a little hint. Is that what you were doing last night?
I was playing in Flash, maybe. Doing a little motion tweening.
Okay, you guys, all week long we have been taking you inside the writer's room of some of the top shows on TV. Now, being in the business, it is really interesting to see how the other shows work.
Right, and right now we're actually going to take you inside the writer's room of Fox's 24.
Great show.
Again,
It's a great
exclusive
show.
access. I don't know how we get this stuff.
It's interesting to see how they work.
Well,
It
really, I mean,
is.
we're that big and powerful. Jack Bauer, he doesn't operate on autopilot. There's actually a team of writers behind him. And once again, Attack of the Show, exclusive access. Take a look.
Putting my computer back in my lap.
We're not
I
going
already
to
know
put
I'd
the
be
baddest
like,
motherfucker on television in a best spot.
Just saying.
Listen up, people. We got a problem. Jack Bauer is in Burbank. We need to get him to LAX, and we need to get him there in 10 minutes.
What the hell? That's not possible.
It needs to be done. And it needs to be done in exactly 45 seconds
No!
starting now.
Well, the obvious route would be the 101 to the 405.
At 4 o'clock, are you crazy?
He only has 10 minutes. He could use a fast motorcycle.
What?
Paul, it's Abby.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just ran a micro data encryption while all the future SIG alerts.
And?
It's right across the board. There's no way Jack Bauer could make it from Burbank to LAX in time.
God damn it!
He could use a fast motorcycle. Oh, Laurel Canyon. That's a really pretty drive.
God damn it, it's not a sightseeing tour! For once, pull your head out of your ass!
Fast bike.
Wait, he's only 2 minutes from Burbank. He could go to Burbank International Airport, hijack a plane, commandeer it, and drive it to LAX.
Wait, what about the no-fly zone they can put over the city in case of a nerve gas attack?
No! Jack has the antidote. He can inject himself in mid-flight. All right, everybody, what do you think? Flight? Antidote?
Sure. Yeah, sounds
Good, I think we got it.
good.
Good work, people.
You know, he could use a fast
Would you shut the up about the motorcycle?
Just saying.
Okay, so that is why 24 is so freaking good. Who knew writers were so smart? Stay with us when we come back. Attack of the Show attacks the endangered species. We are coming after you, Panda, and your bamboo-eaten ways. What?
The 360 has a year under its belt, but will it be able to hold on to the next-gen title? The Loop is calling the shots. And we've got 101 things every gamer needs in Olivia's rack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking about the 360. Before the break, we asked you, has the Xbox 360 lived up to expectations? Well, according to our text message counting scientists at the G4 Laboratories, 63% of you think that it has. Well, let's go on over to Kevin, who, like Bill Gates, runs like a girl.
No, she's true, actually. With games like Gears of War, Dead Rising, and even Lumines on the Live Arcade, the Xbox 360 seems to have the one necessary thing that all others tend to be missing right now: a library of great software. Now, will the millions of 360 owners help keep Microsoft out on top as the gaming field gets increasingly competitive, or are the days of its market dominance numbered? Happy birthday, Xbox. It's The Loop. Joining us via satellite to help us make sense of it all is Aaron Ruby, Next Gen magazine contributor and author of Smart Bomb, The Quest for Art, Entertainment, and Big Bucks in the Video Game Revolution, and Electronic Gaming Monthly editor-in-chief Dan Shu, whose new issue spotlights Microsoft's Halo 3. Interesting game. I've heard a couple things about it, Dan. I'm going to ask you about that in a little bit, but right now I want to talk about the 360 overall. I mean, we're on the eve of the release of the PlayStation 3. The Wii's coming out as well. But Dan, some people are saying the 360 is still the console with the most going for it. Would you agree? Would you disagree? What are your thoughts?
Right now, I think there's no question because, first of all, you got a PlayStation 3 coming out at a higher price point, $500 or $600. You're going to be lucky if you can even buy one. Wii's going to come out in limited supply. Nintendo hasn't really been a dominant brand name in the gaming business for a few years now. So Xbox 360, with its year lead, with some already AAA titles out there like Gears of War and Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, they clearly have the lead right now. But we have to really see a couple years from now whether Sony could catch up or not.
Well, Aaron, right now, how crucial is this holiday selling window that's coming out? Because it seems like all this news is coming out about the PlayStation 3. I mean, even negative press is still more press than the 360 is getting. Do you think that's going to bury it? Is that going to hurt Microsoft sales this season?
No, not at all. Actually, if I were Microsoft right now, I'm psyched because they don't have to justify their existence anymore. They're out there. They've got their infrastructure in place. They got good games. Gears of War is like going to smash hit like nothing we've ever seen from that platform. I think even more than Halo 3, although it's going to rock. Gears of War shows that these guys can come out with new franchises.
Sure. Now they've got 2 original pieces of IP to play with and really get gamers excited for years to come. But other than a Halo 3, I mean, what does Microsoft need to stay competitive, Dan? Is it just more Xbox Live arcade games, or do they need more exclusives?
You know what? You always want exclusives. You always want to show gamers and consumers why your platform is unique. But really, I think they could coast along for a little bit now, because for the next year, people know, okay, we're going to get Halo 3, we're going to get Grand Theft Auto, we're going to get Madden. So all the key franchises you're still going to be able to find on the Xbox 360. So I think and it's $200 cheaper than the PlayStation 3. So for a while, they don't have much to worry about. But in the long term, you need to keep reminding people why you have games that you can't find anywhere else.
Aaron, looking at the PlayStation 3, there's some rumors now saying there might only be 120,000 units at launch here in North America, which is, I mean, it's absurd if it's true. But is that shortage actually going to help the 360? Some people say you go into a Best Buy or a Toys R Us and, oh, the PS3 is sold out, so I'm just going to get this console here. What if they have already bought the 360? Aren't they holding out for the PlayStation 3?
Yeah, well, I think clearly the hardcore, especially the guys who are like PlayStation or die, those guys are not going to just all of a sudden fold over and go buy a 360. But like if you're a parent and it's Christmas time and you got to make a choice and you're not going to get a PS3 and here's a console that's like a couple $100 cheaper, you're definitely going to go that way, I think.
So Dan, you think the guy with the PlayStation 3 and the Spider-Man fought tattooed across his belly, he's not switching over to the 360 because they're out of stock?
No, I think they will switch over to 360 because, you know, exactly what you guys just said. You're not going to be able to find a PS3 very easily, even if they ship all 400,000 units. And the games are pretty comparable. You know, you're still the big popular franchises like Madden. You're still going to find on both systems. So I don't think.
Well, let's talk about a big exclusive you won't find on PlayStation 3. Of course, it's Halo 3. Microsoft just announced they got a demo coming out very soon. But Dan, you've got your hands on it, right? You've played the game.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Give me something. Is this the be-all, end-all?
Well, you know what? I played it and I didn't want to put the controller down. Like at one point, the studio, like, you know, you got to go. We got to get some sleep. It's time to go home. And I didn't want to go. So it's a lot of fun. New maps, new weapons, slightly new control scheme. It's still really early, so I'm looking forward to what they do in terms of the graphics because I want to see what a next-gen Halo looks like. But I'm definitely excited about it.
Aaron, do you think Halo 3 is enough to even hold off potential Sony fanboys for even all of 2007?
Well, I think there's no question she's right about Halo 3. It's like going to be their staple. But you know, like the game industry, it's not Windows. They can't just like sit on that. So it's really crucial that games like Gears of War, Mass Effect, stuff like that, just keeps rolling out to kind of sort of have something for them in addition.
All right, Shu, final question to you, sir. If a gamer hasn't jumped into the next-gen waters, they got maybe $500, well, let's say $1,000 to spend in the coming weeks, do you recommend the PlayStation 3? Should they go the Wii 60 route, or would the 360 and a couple games and some live arcade titles suffice?
I think generally speaking, 360 is a safe bet right now. You have the biggest library. I think by this holiday they're going to have 160-some games. If you want a PlayStation 3 really badly, you know, if you wait till March, you know, you're not going to see a price drop, but you're going to see more games. You're not going to have to wait in line and pay eBay dollars to get the machine.
All right.
So if you can wait a little bit, wait a little bit.
Will do, Dan. Thank you for the final thought. Aaron, of course, I want to thank you for joining us as well. Thank you guys for keeping us in the loop. Now, listen, I understand the urge that many gamers have to grab the PlayStation 3. I know it's the latest. It could potentially be the greatest console ever. But as of right now, thanks to the healthy head start, the 360 has a solid lineup of software and a robust online network. So rather than spending $1,000 attempting to prove that you're the coolest kid on the block, why not just breathe and take a peek at the competition and prove that maybe you're not the most foolish kid on the block? Had to say it. Had to say it. I'm sorry. Mun, take it away. It's all you.
Thanks, Kev. Today we are bringing you the best things to buy this week. It is time again to attack this. First up, the MP3 Pillow from ThinkGeek doesn't just look like an iPod, it also plays music through soft speakers inside the pillow. Not only that, but the buttons actually work when you press them. Plus, there's a built-in radio in case your iPod's batteries go dead after running all night long, and it's only $20. Next, turn your refrigerator into a Rube Goldberg contraption with Frigits. Arrange magnetic rails, buckets, Ferris wheels, and funnels into an obstacle course for little metal marbles. It will also provide hours of fun for you and your drunk friends. Next, Threadless, one of our favorite places for t-shirts. is having $10 holiday sale. Nearly every shirt in stock is $10, and there's plenty of great tees left, with more added every single day. The sale is scheduled to last 30 days, but the best tees are going pretty fast, so go ahead and get some. And finally, you've got a Porsche, so why does it have a name yet? NameYourPorsche.com lets you create your own nameplate for the back of your car to replace the model name with your name or anything else you want to write on it. But why should Porsche owners have all the fun? With a little crazy glue, even K-Fed's new ride can have one of these things, huh? It's pretty good, huh? That is today's Attack This. Visit G4TV.com/AOTS for the links to all these products. Still ahead, we'll tell you how your iPod will make flights even easier, and I'll show you the new features on my rack, including a great one about the new sci-fi film, The Fountain. That is coming up next on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and are just now beginning to have doubts about OJ's innocence.
Yeah, if it doesn't fit, you know, you gotta acquit and whatnot.
Yeah.
That is until you write a book about how you killed 2 people. You know.
Yeah.
Way to go, Juice.
Love to read that one, huh?
No, thank you.
What? How I would kill 2 people by O.J. Simpson.
I hope what if the bookmark's like a bloody laminated stump or something like that? You just put it in there and
Or
there's
what if they're little? Oh, that would be cute.
or a little black glove. It's like, what page
You
you
should
on?
be in advertising.
There you go.
Quit this job.
Now from bloody to perky, it's time to give you the features that interest you most. Yes, of course. It's OJ's rack.
First up is this week's Entertainment Weekly. Okay, so the cover doesn't quite grab you. I mean, Dreamgirls? Seriously, come on. But on the inside, there is our holiday movie guide and a great story on the crazy behind-the-scenes tale of Darren Aronofsky's The Fountain. Did you know that this movie was originally slated as a $75 million movie starring Brad Pitt?
I did not know that, but most
You
people
didn't?
don't know this show was actually slated to star Brad Pitt as well. But of course, when you can't get a Brad Pitt type, you just cast the next in line, you know, next best, if you will. It's cool. I don't mind being second to Brad. That's not a big deal. I'm okay with that.
It's not true. Well, actually, unlike that story, Pitt actually did drop out of that movie after they had already built all these Aztec sets in Australia. Years later, Darren re-envisioned the whole thing as a $35 million indie starring Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, okay. Brad Pitt, Hugh Jackman, same thing. I get it.
It's not quite. I'd take Wolverine over Detective Frank Harris any day.
Was that a Cool World reference just now?
A little bit.
Okay, plus 10. You leveled up, sweetheart. Well done. Yeah.
Now, do you guys want to finally upgrade your cassette Walkman to an MP3 player, but you don't know which one to get?
Yes.
Well, hey, Kev, listen to this. You're going to want to pick up Wired's test tester. Here you go. Take it.
Holy sweet. Awesome.
Inside, you'll find over 300 tech products tested and rated. From cell phones to toaster ovens, the Wired guys tell you what the best gadgets are. Each item, though, has a chance to get a score on a 10-point scale.
I see that.
But interestingly enough, the iPod Video did not take the top spot for the high-capacity MP3 player.
Really? Which did, Olivia?
Well, if you'd read, you'd find out, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Oh,
the Toshiba Gigabyte beat MES 30VW. It received a 9 out of 10. iPod got an 8.
Very convoluted name, but I like it.
Yeah.
What console got editor's pick?
The Wii got a 9 out of 10, and the PS3 got a 7 out of 10.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch, scathing.
No.
All right, cool. Good Wired.
Good Wired. Now, you guys, moving on. Remember Mad Magazine, don't you?
I did. I read it quite a bit when I was a kid. I liked Crack, but I read
Really?
a lot
Don't
of
you
Mad.
think it's got, like, so much better?
Again, I was a kid, so you tell me,
Okay,
Princess.
well, I'm going to tell you, Princess. The latest issue lampoons the political issues of our day in a sort of dumb print version of The Daily Show. They've got liberal and conservative monopoly boards,
That's
which I actually think people would buy, and joke slogans for different parties like Democrats, the best party, if only by default. And the Republican Party
Hippie monopoly guy, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Republican Party spreading freedom and democracy abroad, even if no one wants it.
It's true. They hate our freedom. Don't forget it. But they love our board games.
I love me some board games.
How was the
I
Spy
love
versus
Taboo.
Spy?
Spy versus Spy, it was hilarious, as always.
Did someone plant a bomb in a vase? I love it when they do that.
I thought you don't read it anymore.
When I was a kid, they did that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do we
And
have?
finally, Cthulhu Sex.
Wait, what? No.
Yes.
Let me see that.
It's an amazing collection of sad, Lovecraftian fan fiction with a hefty helping of tentacle sex. Yeah, this magazine is so independent. It's all black and white.
this?
And it features drawings from Gothic artists who clearly have issues with their parents. Something that looks like you might be drawing, Kevin.
Sounds like, yeah, I relate to all these so
they even
far.
have a feature in the back where Cthulhu answers your questions like letters to the editor.
Wait,
you know how they do that? When they answer your questions.
I was blessed with potent, quite unusual sperm.
It's beautiful.
Are you serious? A being of limitless proportions that fed off itself, raped itself, mutilated itself, while furiously regenerating.
I can feel that pain when you read that from the writer. Can you read another one?
A pair of tentacles slithered out of the pinhole darkness, touching her. Where? No. Where did you find this crap?
Borders.
Oh.
And that's my rack. Check out g4tv.com/AOTS for a recap on this week's list of magazines. You can find all of these issues at any major bookstore. Right? Lots more ahead here on Attack of the Show. We'll be back, bouncing here and there and don't kick me in my butt.
Fast, fresh, and served just the way you like it. It's The Feed. And they're stoned and sexy. These honey hippies smoked the competition to be the MySpace Girls of the Week.
Attack of the Show. This is Ronaldo from Wichita Falls, Texas. And I was wondering, do you have any good lesbian news? Yes, in fact, Ronaldo, we do have some major lesbian news.
Kevin, what?
It's time for Lesbian Watch 06 Live!
Lesbian Watch 06 Live!
I'm glad Ronaldo's out there and watching.
Are you having fun?
He knows what's on our minds.
Fun, Kevin?
Listen, there is a hot new lesbian couple on the scene. It's been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, that Terminator 3 star Kristana Loken and Michelle Rodriguez are a couple.
Yeah. It sounds like someone's going to be watching Blood Rain tonight.
Uwe Boll, bringing those two together, finally. The German dude did something right. In other news, everyone's talking about the girl-on-girl action that happened at the Music Box. Wink.
Yeah, listen to this. After a set at the club, rocker Joan Jett was spotted getting hot and heavy with Carmen Electra. You know, that kind of does make sense to me because Joan's more manly than Dave Navarro, who is weird and creepy.
That was a zinger.
It was a zanger.
That was a zang.
Zang.
Okay, we got one last bit of lesbian news here. Doogie Howser himself, Neil Patrick Harris, he's out of the closet.
He's not a lesbian. He's not a lesbian, Kevin.
Close enough.
And that's it for Lesbian Watch 06 Live.
Too graphic.
Lesbian Watch 06 Live!
I love our viewer voicemail. I love
you know what? Stop playing with viewer voicemail. Right. You don't get a T-shirt.
Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know in the feed.
Thank you, guys. I'm Layla Kaylee, and it's time to start the feed. On the 5th anniversary of Halo, Bungie made some huge announcements for the franchise. First, a brand new trailer for Halo 3, created by Digital Domain, will premiere December 4th on Monday Night Football. Plus, a multiplayer demo will hit Xbox Live this spring. A screenshot from actual gameplay was revealed. And finally, new multiplayer maps for Halo 2 will be available soon. The only downside is those maps are only usable on the Xbox 360. The Zune hit stores yesterday, and the device might not be as social as they suggest. The player allows you to wirelessly share songs with others for 3 plays or 3 days, so the tunes could be purchased from the Zune store. The Rolling Stones and other artists have decided to not participate, and their songs cannot be shared. Microsoft does not plan on notifying buyers of what won't work. You'll just find out when you get an error message. Next year, iPods are going to be even more essential for cross-country flights. Apple is working with airlines to get outlets installed on planes, so you can charge and play your iPod as well as watch videos instead of in-flight programming. 6 major airlines will be participating: United, Delta, Continental, Air France, Emirates, and KLM. All iPods will work except the Shuffle. Contrary to popular belief, there's not as much pornography on the internet as you think. A professor from the University of California at Berkeley has released a study that says only 1% of content on the net is adult-oriented. In fact, Google searches for keywords related to sex did not turn up X-rated material. In fact, safe content was restricted as well. The study does not say whether or not that dirty 1% is the most popular. Geez, I wonder. Well, that's all for today. You can now get the feed to go on your iPod. Search for the feed in iTunes to subscribe. Now you've just been fed. Back to you guys.
Yeah! They're hanging out. At least we could put them to work.
I know. Thanks for clapping, guys. Thanks, Layla. Now, lesbians, porn, video games?
Yeah, we really are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Don't let anybody tell you different. Thanks, guys.
They're deadheads and drop dead gorgeous. It's the MySpace Girls of the Week. And we sit down with the Oscar-chasing stars of For Your Consideration.
We have the tape coming up right after this commercial.
It's out.
Oh, you want to Wi-Fi high-five it?
Yeah.
A, B, G, or N?
G.
Okay. It's pretty quick.
Welcome back to the show. We are live, meaning anything can happen like this and like walls falling down and chicks willing to do anything.
Did we even reference the wall falling down yesterday?
A wall fell down yesterday.
It's on my
glass
blog.
went everywhere.
You can see it. Hit my blog. All right.
Yeah.
Chicks. Yes.
Yeah, more importantly than walls
We
falling down,
talked about chicks. There's a lot of them on this website. It's called MySpace. Have you heard of it? Social networking. Check it out. Fox owns it. So it's time again to grab the mouse, hit the keyboard, and search by keyword and find a new MySpace Girl
of the Week.
You catch that?
Why? Whenever we talk about girls,
It's the
you
slight
sniff.
sense of patchouli. I think there's a scent there. It's
I
just
hate
wafting
patchouli
through
oil.
the computer screen.
I run from people who wear patchouli. It's disgusting. It smells like a thrift store.
Well, throw out your preconceived notions of dirty hippies and take a look at these hot new age hippie chicks.
Oh, first up is Lauren Jane. She is from Austin, Texas, great town.
Biting them beads.
She is 19. She's pretty. Her quote is life, liberty, and chronic happiness.
I get it.
She is in the running for Miss High Times 2007.
Good for her.
That's a nice pick.
You have to have breasts and smoke pot. It's really not that illustrious of an
You're
award.
like,
but
ooh,
hey.
congratulations.
Yeah.
She designs clothes for a company called Chronic Candy.
Good for her.
And she's saving money to backpack all over Europe.
I like her. She's young. She's
pretty. She has
likes earthly gifts of green, and she seems cool. I dig her.
She's just a girl, and she's on MySpace, so you like her. The
Pretty
rest
much.
didn't really matter.
That's the only prerequisite. But is she a hip? What's the criteria for a hippie chick? Is it just that you smoke pot, or do you really have to be unshaved and dirty for weeks?
I think it has to be unshaved and dirty and smoking pot and free love and against the war. That whole thing.
Okay, I'm fine with some of those. You can figure that out. Next is Katie, location Kent, Ohio. She's 19. I like them young. Quote,
yeah, they're
flower
young today.
child.
Aww.
She loves making sweet drum beats. Her and K-Fed, I think. And thinks with her heart and not her head, which is, as one of our producers pointing out, scientifically impossible. That's not even right. You can't think with your heart.
Well, that's true. What
her
an
hero
idiot.
is Pablo, her pet turtle, who I'm sure when
is it a small turtle or a big turtle, you think?
I don't know.
I wish it was one of those big Galapagos
Like a Galapagos
turtles.
ones?
And you can ride them. I doubt that she has that.
They have soup there, too. The
Do
turtle
they?
soup, yeah. Which is kind of morbid, because it's
That
like you
is,
look
'cause
to your
they're-
left and like, oh, there they are, swimming and happy. You look to your right, and there it's the
It's like
special of the day.
It's a turtle Jamba Juice.
Yeah, but delicious, by the way.
And last but not least, it's Erin with 2 R's. She's from Boston, Massachusetts. She's 18, getting younger for you, Kevin. 18.
We're going the right direction?
Her quote is not a quote at all. It's a picture of a sunflower.
Oh, that's hippie.
Her screen name actually requests that we don't be calling her a dirty hippie.
Okay.
Then don't act like a dirty hippie.
Febreze yourself once in a while,
I know.
you smelly whore.
She won't be. Wow.
What? No, I'm just listening.
Speaking of whores, though.
No, wait, what?
She said,
I don't know that she is. I don't know she's promiscuous. I was going to be honest. I was going for a joke, and an easy one, and it worked. Remember that. Remember
he
that.
will throw anybody under the bus for a joke. Trust me.
You watch the dust cloud go because she's a dirty hippie?
Speaking of whores, though,
What? No, tell me about her. Tell me about her.
just because she's dirty and a whore does not mean that she's not, worth it to somebody
Right.
else.
Dirty whores
I'm sure
have feelings. I know.
Their parents would miss her just the same.
Okay, fair enough.
Erin, take a shower.
Tell
You're
me
not a
about
whore.
Erin. She won't be my friend. Why?
Well, because she doesn't want to just raise your account so that you can be one of those other higher than the other MySpace sluts.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's why I was attacking her, because she called me a MySpace slut. I have a lot of friends.
You have a lot of friends.
I'm just saying.
But you worked for each
Wait,
one
now
of
what's she a member of? What's the group she's a member of? This is interesting.
Get this. The Dirty Hippie MySpace community. Hey,
Don't
Aaron.
call me a dirty hippie, but I've joined the club and I wear a badge that says so.
She's just a dirty contradiction. That's what we think about Aaron.
Check
out
out
all the girls' links.
Yeah, that's what you should do. And vote for your favorite at G4TV.com/AOTS.
Yes, and still ahead, obesity, heart attacks, diabetes. You know you love them. And that was a freaking Dean Koontz book.
I just threw a book at you.
Okay, you guys are going to stick around to see us talk to the cast of Fast Food Nation. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Hey, are you guys excited for the new Simpsons movie?
I'm actually really excited, and I think I'm the only one around here because I love it, and nobody else is really excited.
Little
Because
shrug. Why are you excited?
Because
for the Simpsons
watching
movie?
The Simpsons for me is like hanging out with an old friend. It's familiar, it's fun. I'm excited to see the movie. I know it's fallen off a little bit lately, but I still love it.
Okay. Do you think maybe the quality of the show has suffered because the movie is going to be that much more exponentially funny, or
I don't know. It's gonna, like I can sit down and watch back-to-back.
I had
Simpsons.
trouble even asking that question because I think it's going to tank.
Well, it may tank, but I still want to watch it because it's like when I sit down and watch back-to-back Simpsons, when they're like on, Fox, it just like goes back. I can sit there and watch forever.
The new episodes or the older ones, though?
Well, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I can just watch them back-to-back, so it's like going to the movie theater and watching them all.
All right.
One big thing.
We'll see. Maybe we'll go watch it together. The Bridge.
You want to?
Pound some shots?
Yeah, we should do. We did that last time. It was fun.
That was nasty.
It was great.
Folks, we are live, and here we're ready to take in an early Thanksgiving double feature.
Ooh.
Yeah, recently our man about town.
That would be Zach Selwyn.
He paid me to call him that. Yeah, Zach Selwyn sat down with
It's on his
Christopher
business
Guest
cards.
mockumentary troupe to talk about their most recent comedy, For Your Consideration.
But Zach wasn't done there.
No, he wasn't.
He got hungry. He wolfed down some fast food, felt guilty, and proceeded to talk with the cast behind Fast Food Nation. He then filed this double-double report.
If your family's not giving you anything to give thanks for this holiday, at least we've got a couple of films you can check out, starting with For Your Consideration.
For Your Consideration is about a film that's being made, and that film's called Home for Purim. It's an independent film about a Jewish family in the South, and there's a dying mother. Exactly.
I play a sad aging actress, yes, who gets to play an aging, sad, dying woman.
Big stretch.
None of it has anything to do with me.
The course of making this movie is that an Oscar buzz goes around, that someone hears a rumor from the internet. And this really shows what happens to people when they get caught up in it.
Apparently there's something on the internet. Somebody brought up the idea of there being a possibility for an Oscar.
For Home for Purim?
It's really no big deal. No big deal. There's Emmy talk about me.
You.
Yeah.
About you.
There's a lot of buzz about you.
Zach, yes.
A lot of insider talk, which we can't disclose at the present time.
Nothing you haven't heard.
Jane, I think you were covering that, weren't you?
Yes, I was actually, and it has to do with a couple of Balinese hookers that you found yourself with, and we have the tape coming up right after this commercial.
And if you want to consider something with a little more bite this weekend, order up a ticket to Fast Food Nation.
You understand what I'm saying? Not exactly. I'm saying there's in the meat.
Based on the best-selling nonfiction book, writer-director Richard Linklater's film is a fictionalized take on the stomach-churning world of fast food.
Well, I read the book, and it never occurred to me it'd be a movie. It was only when I got to talking to Eric about it, and he mentioned making it a fictional film, just concentrating on the characters, on these workers who find themselves at different parts of the fast food chain.
Wow. Tastes like it's right off the grill. The reason, Linklater's such an interesting filmmaker, I think, is because he's not obvious, and he chose to do something here that was, I think a lot more demanding in some ways, but in other ways a lot more interesting than it might otherwise have been.
Taking you from the front counter to the killing floor, Fast Food Nation will definitely make you think twice about your next Happy Meal. But that didn't stop me from whipping together a couple of marketing tie-ins for the flick.
I've been forced to come up with a couple of burger ideas for you, I think. This is really going to tie in with the film. First, this is the Greg McMuffin.
Right. Let me see. Oh, gosh.
How about the Linklater Tots? Well, let me just show you how tasty these really are.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, God. Oh, do this.
Yeah.
we're going to run some more tests.
I understand.
Christopher Guest movie and Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
It's going to be freaking awesome, both of those movies. Now, both of those movies, Fast Food Nation and For Your Consideration, opens this Friday.
Really?
I have to see them both this weekend.
It's tough.
I'm
That's
excited.
a lot of good films.
You have to see them both.
Well, Zach has even sworn off fast food for the next half hour or so.
And the half hour?
Really big deal for him. You know how he is.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Congratulations. We got another
Still
10
shooting
minutes.
black tar heroin though. Probably not the healthiest thing.
That's okay.
Great for the music.
But no more tater tots.
Right? Good for him.
Hey.
Stay with us. Still coming up, we'll show you the sequel to one of the internet's best Flash animations on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Hey kids, are you ready to rock? If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show,
Action rock stars.
this is what you're missing.
Cash Smash.
For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
It's up.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. We are live, and we've had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we've had
chatted about
great fun.
a lot of stuff. And during the break, I was browsing the forums, and I see that Roxy Law and Sheikah Fan 06, they loved our lesbian chat
They
today.
did,
Yeah,
hey.
we should give them a little something more.
All right, let's run it.
Lesbian Watch 069.
There you go, Roxy Law and Sheikah Fan 06. We know you loved it.
From you to you, from Ronaldo.
Right. Ronaldo loves you both.
Personally. Okay. But you guys, unfortunately, there's no more lesbian news today. You'd have to go onto your TiVo and make sure you TiVo our show, because that way you can go back.
That's right. Coming up tomorrow, we'll give you all the sex and relationship advice, like what to do about a sweaty partner. Very gross. Don't
Like
treat
or
him
no?
like a slip and slide. On an all-new In Your Pants, plus we talk with rock gods Jack Black and Kyle Gass about their epic film Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
And on Friday, Attack of the Show will be the official source for all things PlayStation 3. We are going to be live covering PS3 Day 1. This show is going to be so big. We are going to start an hour early and give you twice the attack.
2 hours, folks, live. And finally, we've got a clip from Animator versus Animation 2. This was Alan Becker's original short. Really was an internet favorite, passed from inbox to inbox all around. But he's back with a bigger and, dare I say, better sequel.
Stick figures are often tortured and mutilated in Flash animation. You can find the film over at Atom Films. AtomFilms.com. Now, for all the things you guys saw today, more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
And don't change that channel.
Nope.
No. Stick around for X Play's All HD Special presented by Hitachi coming up next.
Good night.